Does it not change at all? Do you think that a CEO who would have been in place 50 years ago can still run a business as efficiently and as well today?
So I think that the model of command and control leadership has very much changed. The fact that there used to be one person at the top and then there was a pyramid and everyone was underneath. I think that has changed, but I agree with Rachel that the pillars of leadership, authenticity, and getting people to follow you as opposed to actually just standing out on your own are still important. I think what's probably changed is a leader cannot be kind of hidden in an ivory tower anymore. A leader needs to be accessible, they need to be conversational, they even need to be vulnerable at times to show that actually leadership isn't kind of a very masculine, emasculated thing. I mean, I'm not going to talk about Trump, but I do think that, one, the fact that we've got such a great kind of ratio of women to men on this panel is a great thing, because I think old school leadership has been very masculine, and that has been quite dominant. It's been quite top down, it's been quite uncollaborative, and I think we're starting to see that change, whether it's more females in leadership or more feminine values in leadership, empathy, as Rachel said, conversational, relationship driven, collaboration driven. I think those things are a lot more important than a board table of white, kind of pale male style men making decisions.
And I just think this whole idea that people don't want to come into a business where they feel that they've got to go through each level to make a difference. That the minute they come in, you've got to have that bit more like, it's up to us, it's entrepreneurial thinking, everybody's got an idea, critical thinkers, and I think we've got to be flexible in how we approach that and give people, you know, the
only thing I'd add as well, though, you've got to be, that can be a double-edged sword. So there's lots of stories around now from mental health of young people, because they are constantly on all the time, for want of another cliche way, that you're not, and I know I do this myself, sometimes I can do stuff in an evening just to get it off my chest, and then, people then are picking up an email late at night and they're thinking they've got to respond. So I think you've got to be aware of that as well.
There's got to be a framework. You can't be like an always on kind of, I think, it's got to be like a no email after 7 or, that type of thing.
So it is about flexibility, but then it's not, there should be some certain ground rules to lay out what the main priorities are for some of the employees.
And actually when you become a leader or whatever it is, it's that actually then success is based on growing the people around you. And I think, we talk about diversity and the way that actually the best companies, the best results come from a diverse range of people. So I think the fact that you've got to kind of like bring that into as well. So the chairman, it's kind of like he would bring a different one to some of the younger people in the organisation. I think you need that different mindset. You need that mix. I think we tell our clients that they've got to innovate, they've got to test and learn and test and fail quickly. So I think it's a mindset that we should have in our own organisations. It can't be for the sake of it, but I think if we're not evolving and innovating, then we're standing still. So I think and I think we should live or work in an environment where people feel that they've got the permission to do that. So again, it's not this command and control. It's actually somebody's got an idea. I think this could work. Hey, let's give it a go. If it doesn't work, we'll forget about it, and we'll move on. And I think it's important that we feel that we can do that. We've got the space to do that.
And that's when it works best, when they genuinely collaborate, they have clarity and some freedom with a little bit of kind of rules and kind of road track around it. But that's not easy. I mean, everyone can say fail faster, but invariably you need to actually kind of give people confidence and comfort that if they screw up or if it doesn't work, that you're going to back them and back them 2 or 3 times and give them feedback. All of those things, I think, in the past, if we go right back to where we started, didn't happen. People would just set off and then later someone say, well, I didn't think you did a very good job, and they do their review once a year and people go, well, wait a minute, you haven't talked to me for 12 months. I never got any feedback. I didn't know whether I was doing a good job or a bad job. I don't think that, in the same way that the world moves very fast, I don't think people's careers can be judged once a year or twice a year or even once a quarter. It's about ongoing kind of dialogue and conversation.